So you've got a couple of acres, a dream of self-sufficiency, and a very empty coop. You want some feathered friends, but who should get the invite? Today we're pitting the big three against each other. Chickens, geese, and ducks. We're looking at who's the easiest to raise, who's the messiest, and for the pros watching, how these birds actually work for your land. Let's get into it. First up, the gateway bird. Yes, you got it, the chicken. They are the starter pack of homesteading for a reason. They are the undisputed queens of the breakfast table. If you want consistent eggs, chickens are your best bet. The cons? While some aren't as bad as others, many breeds are tiny feathered velociraptors for your garden. If you have a flower bed you love, some chicken breeds will find it and destroy it in 10 minutes. For those of you who have been doing this for years, you know the broody battle. A broody silky or cochin is basically a feathered landmine. While beginners see cute chicks, we see a bird that has decided to stop laying eggs and start a 3-week hunger strike. Or in other words, they have decided to hatch their own eggs that they've secretly accumulated. Or their coop makes eggs. Or more often than not, sit in the nesting box even if there are no eggs under them, because you collect them daily. Breaking this broody spell is not an easy task, and in my opinion, not worth trying. My advice is to save yourself the frustration and just let them be until they decide on their own that they've had enough. The ease factor of keeping chickens is high. They go to bed on their own, but managing that pecking order of who roosts near the window or on the highest roosting bar, or who gets to eat first even, especially when introducing new pullets, is where the real skill comes in. If you want a deeper dive into keeping chickens, I've attached a playlist of videos at the end that covers everything you need to know. Next, we have the ducks. If chickens are the type A students, ducks are the kids at the pool party. The pros? They are incredibly hardy. While chickens get grumpy in the rain, ducks think a thunderstorm is a spa day. They also eat slugs and snails like it's their job, and without uprooting your flowers and veggies like some chickens do. The cons? 2 words: the mud. Ducks don't just use water, they weaponize it. For the pro duck keepers, though, the real challenge is biosecurity. Keeping ducks and chickens together means you're managing 2 different humidity levels in one coop. Humidity in a coop with chickens is a no-no for their health. It's a homesteading Olympic sport to keep that bedding dry enough for the hens while letting the ducks be, well, ducks. The ease factor is medium. You'll be cleaning water containers constantly, but their joyful personalities and those rich, fatty eggs that make great cakes make it worth it. For more about breeds of ducks, you can check out the playlist at the end. Finally, the heavyweights, geese. On a 1 to 3 acre plot, these guys can be a game changer. The pros? They are world-class lawnmowers. Geese actually prefer grass over grain, and they're great guardians over the homestead and other birds. The cons? They have, well, let's say opinions, and they will express those opinions loudly at 6 a.m. The veteran's reality? This is where the weeder goose comes in. If you have a berry patch for a young orchard, a goose is a better employee than a tractor. They have a grazing preference. They'll eat the grass but leave the woody stems of your fruit bushes alone. Plus, for sustainability-minded folks, the American buff or Sebastopol can offer incredible self-sufficiency for the farm. The ease factor? Surprisingly easy once you learn goose speak and understand that they aren't mean. They're just very dedicated security guards. If you want to know more about geese, I've linked the video in the description and at the end. So, who wins for a small homestead? If you want maximum eggs and low humidity issues, stick with chickens. If you have a slug problem and don't mind the chocolate milk-shaped mud, go with ducks. If you want a living lawnmower and a bird that can weed your orchard, get some geese. Personally, I think the best homestead has a little bit of all three. Just make sure you've got a good pair of boots and a lot of straw. What are you planning to start with? Or for my veterans, what's your never again breed? Let me know in the comments. And for more on picking the right birds for your homestead, don't forget to check out my attached videos for a deeper dive into chickens, ducks, and geese. See you next time.